it's their life. They're going to take a stand, or they're going to be bullied for the rest of their life.
When you say a lot of this is, there is a lot of bullying amongst how retail workers are treated. I mean, isn't this a real serious thing?
Oh, absolutely. If that's the case, I don't know. I know some retail workers. I've never worked in retail before in my life, so I'm not sure what goes on there. I know in manufacturing there's a certain amount of intimidation for working overtime, which would be similar, I'm sure, to Sundays. You know, the same sort of a thing. Like, well, all your buddies working overtime, you should take your turn, da 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 da. And but he doesn't mind working Sundays, so you should be wanting to work Sundays too. And same old, same old. Yeah, I'm sure in retail they get the same stuff going on. But how would you feel to make it fair if the province had a referendum for, I'm talking all non-essential services, open or closed on Sunday? This would be fair to all workers. This would give everybody a chance. We wouldn't be discriminating against a restaurant. We wouldn't be, and all these non-essential services. Maybe these workers would like that right to be home. Yeah, I wouldn't be against it, that's for sure. Like that would be probably a good thing, I think.
How did you feel about a vote that we had in 2004, just a Democratic vote ignored?
I was pissed off.
You was pissed off.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, the no opening on Sunday won 55 to 45, I believe it was. It was pretty close. And I'm not so sure how close it would be now, because some people that were no and voted have got used to going shopping Sundays, and it's convenient for them. And their thoughts from before, where they were thinking of other workers, you know, sort of gone by the wayside. And also the fact that these other workers have the right to refuse. Well, it was a good thing, but whether it works or not, who knows, because it's never been challenged.
So what would happen if we had a big snowstorm on Sunday?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, obviously we would have to do without shopping on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Or what happened if the power would go off?
Well, that'd be a good thing. We should
Exactly.
turn the power off every
But
Sunday.
as a society, shouldn't we be thinking in the 21st century about our families?
Yeah, exactly.
About our environment and doing that type of thing?
Oh yeah, sure you should, but I mean, government can't dictate what family day you should have, or how you should use that family day, or that sort of thing. It's up to the individual, and I fully go along with it that it would be a good thing to have a day off for folks to be with their family. No question about it. That's one of the reasons I don't like going shopping Sundays.
Okay, Don, I'll put it to you this way. Shouldn't retail workers within the retail sector have a vote and decide? I'll show you where I'm going with this. Shouldn't they have a vote in the retail sector, decide what their family day is? Now, taking that into account, retail workers can't decide when letter carriers have their family day. We cannot decide when Daryl Dexter and his cabinet has their family day. We cannot decide when the legislature sits. And in my opinion, retail workers were really done wrong in this case. It should have been a vote within our community, and we should have decided. And the only way I would support somebody else personally having a vote on the retail sector is if a referendum was opened up with all sectors joined in together. It's not really right to have a vote on one group of people when they don't have no say on when your family day is. How do you feel? How do you respond to that?
Well, everybody's got their different aspects of this. I mean, postal workers are all unionized. They fought for years and years to get the weekends off, and that's good for them, really. And nobody suffers from it. I mean, you know,
You wouldn't
you
suffer.
could mail a letter.
You wouldn't suffer if you
No.
couldn't get a
Oh,
can
no.
of corn on Sunday.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't
bother
starve
me.
to death, would you?
No, because I mean, I'm not the most organized person in the world, but I'm organized enough to know that if I need something for Sunday, I can go Saturday or I can
And
go
if a
Monday.
big snowstorm's coming, what would you do?
Well,
You'd be organized.
down the store like everybody else is before a snowstorm. It's packed down there, Mall, before a snowstorm. So I mean, it's the same thing. You know, why not Saturday or Friday? I don't care. It's, you don't need to be that organized to have to go on Sunday. But some unionized places have Sundays off, and they work for it. They've got collective bargaining in place, and you know, over the years they've managed to get a weekend out. You know, not just Sundays, Saturdays too. But you know, other folks have.
And yet retail workers are decided by everybody else when their family day is.
Pretty much, I guess. Yeah.
Something wrong with that picture, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. Something
It's
wrong
not
with that
really too good.
Yeah, I'll go along with that for sure. Like, I mean, I don't know what specifically they can do about it, but I would like getting back to the same old thing. I guess I'd still like to see somebody challenge that law or ruling about working Sundays.
Yeah, let's go
Absolutely
in a
will.
little into this.
Yeah.
You're saying about challenging it, okay?
Yeah.
And I think some of the workers would probably look at you and say, I'll have to get a lawyer.
Why would they? The law's in place. They go to the Department of Labor.
Well, the company in question would probably have their lawyers, and the worker wouldn't.
It's not the same as somebody being mistreated in the workplace where you have to get a lawyer and they get a lawyer and blah blah blah. This is supposed to be a law that's in place as it is now. You should be able to just go to the Department of Labor and say, I've been made to work Sunday. What are you gonna do about it? Because the rule's there that I don't have to work Sunday. You shouldn't have to get a lawyer for that.
I've been told by a member in the government that retail workers were unique to having Sundays off. And how can they be unique when they were never hired to have Sundays off to begin with?
What do you mean, like they're unique? Because they don't
They're
get
unique.
Sundays off.
No, they're unique because they have the right to refuse, is what I was told.
Well, they do have the right to refuse.
But how does that make them unique?
While shift workers don't have the right to, and essential services don't have the right to, there's most people that are working Sundays don't have the right to refuse. I mean, in manufacturing, you don't have the right to refuse.
But were these people hired to work on Sunday when they?
Yes.
See, this would be the big difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you signed.
But in my opinion, if another group set of workers that what I would call non-essential wanted Sundays off, they can lobby government, can they not?
They should be able to. Yeah.
Exactly. They could. I mean, let's just say Tim Hortons workers and the restaurant industry. All the workers decided that they wanted their family day on Sunday. They have the right to lobby government, do they not?
They do, but I'm not sure if Tim Horton workers were like manufacturing where they agreed to work Sundays. They might have. I don't know that for a fact, one way or the other. Usually when you sign on the dotted line for employment in some place and they have a continuous shift schedule, you usually sign and it's usually there in black and white that you agree to work, shift work, and that could well be a Tim
But
Hortons.
laws change every day, do they not?
Oh, yeah.
And that's why we have a government to look after us and change laws if the people want it.